What up, though? It's your boy Willie Styles in the building. Clark, you want to say what up?
Hey, how y'all doing today?
All right, all right. We here, we in the building, and tonight we have Stylez and ClarkNoved recap Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat!
No doubt, no doubt. So we have Mortal Kombat on tap. We watched the movie. I only got a chance to watch it once, but I have watched a couple of recaps. I did a little research as well, and so definitely got a lot to say about the movie.
Nice.
I know you watched the movie how many times now?
I watched it twice. I watched it again today.
Okay.
So it's fresh in my mind. And I gotta say, I feel the same way, but not the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
Like
so you feel so from an overall standpoint, how would you have rated it the first time versus how do you rate it now?
Well, the way I rated the first time is 3 out of 10.
Oh man.
Dang.
Trash movie. You just trashed it. I saw your post. where you basically said that it was the worst movie. You listed, I think, 10 reasons why it was terrible. And you weren't happy with it.
All of the reasons checked out.
Right.
I mean, but then the second time I watched it, it gave me, like, after I had to let it breathe. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like, sometimes you watch a movie and you don't like it, but you got to let it breathe. Like, let it resonate a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
And then you watch it again, you kind of understand. Like, when I watched it the second time, I kind of understand what they was getting.
Okay.
But I still is like, So the second time, I rating wise, first time 3 out of 10. The second time, I gotta bump it up to at least a 5.
A 5, okay.
Yeah, I gotta give it a 5 because I feel like the first time I was rating it, it was more of me being a super fan.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not me just being a super fan. It's just that I grew up with Mortal Kombat.
Right.
You know these stories. You know how this goes. You know what this is. You know what it's going to be, what it should be.
I mean, you had a lot of expectations and some upfront I guess things that you wanted to have done, right?
Yeah, like
Debbie said it's a no for her, and Keela gave it a 7. Okay. So definitely, it sounds good that you did take a step back and decide to give it a couple extra points for what it was.
It's still like at the end of the day, it's still a no. Like, come on, man, they destroyed they destroyed the game.
Wow.
The game is the movie. The movie shouldn't be the game.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The game is the movie. And at the same time, I did go back and watch Mortal Kombat 95, which is the original Mortal Kombat movie.
Oh, okay, right.
You know what I'm saying?
The movie we know and love.
That is the Mortal Kombat movie.
Right, the OG movie, right?
Yeah, right. You know, and oh wait, 1 minute. I know Chevy will enjoy this, and I hope a lot of other people will enjoy this. I got Funko Pops to commemorate Mortal Kombat. So first off, oh wait, where my camera at? Oh, there you go. Molina.
Oh, nice. Okay.
You know, got her teeth showing that we did not see in the damn movie. You know, got her teeth showing. Hold on, let me turn my light down a little bit.
Right.
You know, and then wait, we got big guy Goro. You know.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Goro was a beast always in both movies.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, we're gonna talk about Goro.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about Goro.
Oh my god. And then we got like this one is a special one. GameStop exclusive.
Oh, what is that?
It is Sub-Zero.
Oh, Sub-Zero versus Scorpion in the box.
But it is Scorpion as Sub-Zero and Sub-Zero as Scorpion.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like and
they're cosplaying each other.
Sub-Zero, but he is on fire.
Okay, got you.
Can I get it closer?
Yeah, I see it now.
And Scorpion actually is cold and icy.
Wow, interesting.
So they switched it up for this one.
Right.
So this is the Funko Pops for this. That's what I wanted to show on for the Funko.
No doubt. So Keela says that she watched it twice as well, just like you did, and said the same thing. Second time was better. But then Chevy wanted to know, do you think this new one, I'm assuming she's asking which one is better between Mortal Kombat 95 and Mortal Kombat 21?
I gotta go with 95, man.
Wow.
It's so many different things that's in 95 that kept it real for the Mortal Kombat fans.
Yeah, no doubt.
They kept it Mortal Kombat. You know what I'm saying? It was literally Mortal Kombat for real.
So when we go through the recap, I want to talk about that in terms of what happened, what went wrong there, in terms of what we were expecting, because they did advertise the tournament.
They sold us, but
we got something else. So we're going to talk about that in the recap. Overall, from a review standpoint, and Keela, to your point too, yeah. Learning Cole was a new character. I was a little afraid that was really going to turn people off, knowing that this was a made for movie character.
Turn me off.
Yeah, so I knew that was going to be a piece of contention for some of the hardcore fans. But I think for us as new watchers or people who aren't big fans, I think in one of the recap videos I watched, they called him a POV character. Basically, he's our view into the Mortal Kombat world. Like, he was learning about Mortal Kombat.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Helping us to learn about Mortal Kombat, right? So I think that was the idea there. And when as soon as they said POV character, I'm like, yes, that's exactly what he was. He was literally the POV character.
I mean, I'll give you that. That is hilarious.
So Keela, just like me, she enjoyed the newer one because of the blood and the CG. And so that was my thing. When I watched the original Mortal Kombat, I was already not a big fan of Mortal Kombat. 1995, I was like 19, 20 years old or something like that. And it was one of those movies where I was like, it's okay, but it didn't resonate with me at that time. But
now, understand this. When you watch that movie, you got the story, you understood what the story was.
Yes,
the only thing that was left out was the blood and gore.
Exactly. But that's one of those things. That was one of those things that threw me off by it, because I was like, for the last 3 years from the release of Mortal Kombat 1 up until this movie, all we knew Mortal Kombat for was it was gory, it was bloody, it was crazy, you know what I mean? So to watch a movie that didn't really embody that, it sucked. You know what I mean? And you got to think, at the time, being an adult. I mean, because you were what? How old were you when that came out in 95?
In 95, I was 5.
Right. So we're talking about, You probably didn't even see it at that time. Wouldn't you? May have not seen it for another 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, right. I didn't see it probably like until 98 or something
Exactly.
like that.
So we're talking about I was a grown man watching this movie and thinking to myself, like, this is crap. Like, this is utter garbage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you probably felt like how I feel right now.
Yeah, well, and that's because it didn't live up completely to what I expected from the video game, right? Even though the video game at the time was 8-bit, right? It was an 8-bit game. It was definitely
48. I think it was 48.
It was a 48-bit game at the time?
I think so.
Oh no, you're talking about 48-bit. That would be the arcade game. You're talking about the arcade game.
Yeah, I'm thinking
about the console game, but you're right. So we're talking about still, even at that time, 48 bits at the arcade was still not great graphics. They were great at the time, but they weren't like, it wasn't like we really could see a ton of stuff, right? But we got the idea, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
What we were hoping for in this movie, we just did not get, right? So
yeah.
You know, so fast forward to 21. I'm watching this movie again, not a big Mortal Kombat fan. I've recently started playing MK10 and just started playing MK11 because of Game Pass on Xbox. Shout out to the Xbox folks.
Shout out to Xbox.
Yeah.
Hard for that.
So so now I have this expectation, especially watching the trailers. I'm like, this about to be everything I wanted MK95 to be. And it was.
Trailers?
The trailer was epic. The trailer was epic.
The trailer was epic.
If that would have just been the movie, that would have been, if it really would have been Mortal Kombat Legends, I think it would have been a 9 out of 10 easy. It would have been a 9 out of 10.
Oh no, like for sure.
Yeah. But like I said, it wasn't that. So my rating, because I only saw it the one time, but I also do have an appreciation for what they did give us. My rating for the movie was definitely a 7. So I gave it a 7, mainly because I felt like I got the blood and gore I was looking for. I also got a story that I could kind of understand. I thought it was cheesy. I thought it was extremely cheesy, but I thought it was understandable, right? What I took from it was like, I think they're trying to talk to non-fans, right? So they kept iterating certain things.
I think that's what they were trying to get. They didn't believe in the movie. They didn't believe in the brand of Mortal Kombat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't believe in that. You know, so they was trying to make something new. They were trying to make something to bring new fans into it.
Right.
But the fans have always been there, even if you knew about it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, true that. I mean, it's one of the bigger fight games in the market, right? So we know they got the fans. We definitely know.
It's the same thing of that somebody knows Spider-Man, somebody most definitely know about Scorpion.
Exactly.
If somebody know about Iron Man, somebody know about Sub-Zero. If somebody know about Captain America, somebody know about Raiden.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same type of, push and pull. It's the same thing. And they didn't believe that the fans knew this.
Right. Well,
so they made a whole new thing.
Yeah. So definitely, I would say for me being only a very, very, very low semi fan. I'm a fan of the concept of the game. I love fighting games. That's one of my favorite genres. And when I started playing MK10 and getting into the story mode of it, it's definitely a lot of fun. And then just the lore behind it. There's a ton of lore. So I went into it hopeful. I got what I wanted out of it from one standpoint. Like I said, it was a little cheesy from a story standpoint. Yeah. Graphics were a little suspect in areas. But I enjoyed the blood. I enjoyed the moves that they made sure they threw in there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then some of the call outs and the Easter eggs were huge. There was a ton of Easter eggs throughout this movie. I'm gonna point out a few while we're talking about going through the recap. Overall, like I said, I gave it a 7. So good movie. People definitely go watch that movie. Definitely go check out Mortal Kombat 21. It is available on HBO Max,
yep,
as well as at the theaters. So if you're brave enough to go to the theaters, go check it out at the theaters. I actually would love to watch it at the theaters. I think that would.
I'm not telling nobody not to go see it, but don't come tell me that's the best Mortal Kombat.
Right. Yeah. Like so if you haven't seen the movie, go watch it. Come back and watch the recap, or come back and watch the recap here on the replay. But we're about to get into the spoilers. So, spoiler alert. Let's do this. So, Mortal Kombat 21 starts off with the opening scene, giving us the backstory of Hanzo Hasashi. His family's there. They're doing their thing. Hanzo goes to get some water, and next thing you know, Bihan shows up. His evil ass. So he comes. Bihan's already got his Akana. He's already got the freeze attacks going on. He's already got the power, and he's taking everybody out at Hanzo's compound. He does have his people with him too, though. He's got his whole little crew with him.
He got a whole gang, and apparently, as this attack goes on, you find out as this attack goes on, like, you don't know, you wondering why, Hanzo don't have anybody around.
Right.
But then as the attack goes on, Hanzo goes out and attacks everybody. He kills he destroys everybody. And shout out to that actor. I love that actor because he has been in so many movies.
Right. Hideyuki Sanada.
Hideyuki Sanada. He was Kenji in Rush Hour 3.
Yes.
Oh my God. And
he's been in some big movies. He's been in Westworld. He's been in Avengers Endgame. He was Akihiko in Endgame. He fought Hawkeye when Hawkeye was Rowan. He was in Extant. If you're familiar with the Halle Berry show Extant, he was Hideki Yasumoto. He was in 47 Ronin.
And I thank you for him.
Yes.
For the brief time that we seen him for real. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he did his thing.
Yes.
So in that opening scene, it made my heart goddamn flutter to see him do everything that I wanted him to do as Hanzo.
Right.
He had the katana slashing, cutting, and he even threw the katana. Like,
right, yeah. Actually called a kunai. It's a rope kunai.
I was like, oh.
Yeah, he was killing it with the rope kunai. And that was the thing, was like, to find out that all this time that weapon was inspired by a gardening tool. Like,
oh, wow. Man, what? It was so dope just to see that. And then as we goes on, before he even started fighting everybody, he finds out Bihan has killed his
family,
wife, and his son, froze them to death. This is a long-standing Mortal Kombat rivalry that always went on. This is something that always happened in Mortal Kombat. This is the main thing. That's why Sub-Zero and Scorpion always clashed. They always was like this. So going into that, he finds out this, he kills a whole bunch of guys, and then he finds Bihan sitting on a fucking rock, chilling, like literally, because he obviously Sub-Zero. He's just chilling,
right? Pun intended.
And then they have an epic fight.
Yes.
Obviously, Bihan with his Arcana, gets the best of Sub-Zero. I mean, Scorpion.
Yeah, Hasashi,
Yeah, Hasashi, before he becomes the Scorpion.
Right.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. This is when I start having problems with the story. This is my first look at the story, and that's where I start having problems with it.
Right, right.
This death scene, and when he walked off and he just goes into hell, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, Hanzo goes into hell to become Scorpion, right?
Right.
It's a lot of things that is left out the dialogue, you know?
Right, right.
He don't just become Scorpion. He accepts a deal from a sorcerer named Quan Chi.
Right, yes, yes.
You know, it's so many things they left out of the lore of Mortal Kombat. This is when the problems start happening for me.
Yeah.
You know, but regardless of that fact, you know, we cut to what?
Well, but before we cut, one thing that I was impressed about in the opening scene was that it was actually mirroring a fight scene or the whole what they call it, the whole compound raid scene from Mortal Kombat Legends.
Okay.
So Scorpion's Revenge. So it was very faithful to that whole sequence. And so when I'm watching this at the beginning, definitely made me feel like they were at a great start. But then like you said, then they went sideways because it was like, what's happening here? Like
it's always that, and then
right.
And then, but yeah, no, like for sure.
Yeah.
They got a lot of things off in that opening sequence between Bihan and Hayashi.
Right.
That was amazing.
Yeah, the whole fight choreography was amazing. I mean,
at least 15 minutes. What, it had to be like 10 minutes?
It was almost 10 minutes. It was about 8 minutes, 8 and some change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is what kept me there.
Yes. Yes.
And then he went into it's called the Nether Realm.
Right.
He went into the Nether Realm, and they didn't explain shit.
Yeah, no.
They just cut away from it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How dare you?
Right. Yeah. They definitely did give no respect to the Nether Realm at all. Like we didn't really get a lot from the Nether Realm. You know, we moved on to Cole, where we met Cole, our POV player. This is the guy that we are basically behind and trying to learn about Mortal Kombat.
And then Cole is also an MMA fighter.
Yes.
A very experienced MMA fighter.
Right.
Once was a champion of MMA.
Yep.
And as we see him now, he is basically I'm not going to call him a retired fighter,
right.
But more like a rusty fighter.
Yeah, rusty, kind of washed up a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Because apparently he started a family.
Right.
You know, he stepped away from MMA fighting and he came back, and after he started his family.
What did you think about the $200 thing they kept talking about? I thought that was, I mean, I'm like, I don't know what MMA fighters that aren't on TV make, but I couldn't imagine going in there to get my ass beat for $200. I'd be like, no,
$200. He got his ass whooped.
Exactly.
Like beat down.
Exactly. I'm like, not me, bro.
His face.
Not me, bro.
To tell the truth, in that actual fight, he just not I feel like Cole Young is not a winner.
Right.
Because in that actual fight that you seen, he could have won the fight. He had the dude in the arm bar, and he hit him in the head 3 times. Bop, bop.
Right.
To get the arm bar. He could have just kept hitting him in the head.
Right.
To get the arm bar, and then he let it go.
Exactly.
And now he got turned over into another submission.
Like how? Like how, bro?
You had the match won.
Great point, Keela. Great point. She said Raiden took the daughter and then they skipped to Cole. Like, what the heck happened between the daughter and Cole? Which I thought was weird too, because I was like, at first I thought Cole was the little baby until I realized it was a girl, and then I was like, and then it was like
that
hundreds of years later. I'm like, wait a minute, what was the point? What was even the point?
Yeah, like they didn't even have to show that.
Exactly, at all.
They didn't have to show that Raiden came and took the baby and picked up the Hanzo knife. The Hanzo spear.
The kunai, the rope.
They didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
They could have cut. That was 5 minutes. They could have just left out.
Exactly.
And they could have put something else there that we actually would have enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, regardless of that, it's so many problems.
Right. So we finally get to meet Jax. Jax shows up. He talks to Cole. I liked how he dropped the name drop. Said that Cole had beaten Eddie Tobias, which is a call out to the Mortal Kombat creators, Ed Boon and John Tobias. So that was right. Cool. And
that was
cool. They do their back and forth. Cole shows them the tattoo, or not tattoo, the birthmark.
The birthmark.
Yeah.
Of the dragon logo, and we're gonna get into that later.
I think she might be Keela. I think you're right. So yeah, so right. He shows him the birthmark. They talk about him. Well, what did he really was being real not mystic, but vague and stuff to Cole, and then leave to make the call to Sonya, right?
Well, so yeah, I'm strong too. So yeah, you Cole, yeah, right? Yeah, yeah, all right, champ. Yeah, you strong.
Yeah, so basically the acting in this movie was not top notch. Nobody's getting an Oscar. You don't think so?
let's just say the highest people pay is the dude that played Scorpion, Hanzo, and the dude that played Bihan.
Exactly.
Them the highest paid people in this movie.
Right.
And I feel like they dropped the ball on that, but we're gonna get on that later. But as we goes on through this movie, we get to it escalates very fast.
Yes, yeah, because then we move on to Sub-Zero versus Jax in the warehouse. I don't know if you caught it, but there was graffiti on the wall with controller instructions.
The down forward low punch.
Down forward low punch.
Ice ball. That's ice ball.
Exactly.
That is the ice ball down forward low punch. Well, yeah, down forward low punch. Yep. Which in the gaming world they would call it down forward 1.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the ice ball that would trigger Sub-Zero actual ice ball move in the actual games.
Exactly. That was dope.
So yeah, I seen that. That was crazy dope.
Uh-huh.
I was like, oh, okay. That's why I rated it a couple steps higher.
Right.
Because I noticed different things the second time I watched it.
Mm-hmm.
And just going through that Jax versus Sub-Zero, not as Jax, was still like one of the best fights in the movie.
Yes,
I feel like.
Yeah.
And
it seemed more practical, right? It didn't seem as graphics heavy or special effects heavy. It seemed a little bit more practical. I like the whole back and forth between them two, and then the eventual when he caught up with him and he shot the gun, and Sub-Zero just looked at the bullet.
Yeah, he just looked at the bullet like, for real? You know who I am?
Exactly.
It was like, do you know who I am right now?
Exactly.
Like, for real? Did you just see me turn into mist outside and go in the building? Like, for real? I just froze this whole building.
Right.
And you gonna shoot a gun at me? You think that's gonna work?
You think that's gonna work, bro?
You gotta chill.
Right.
Literally. So
that's literally. Yeah, Cole was a punching bag throughout the movie.
and that's the actual thing they kept to the lore of Mortal Kombat. That actually happened in the lore of Mortal Kombat.
Right.
The reason that he lost his arm, Jax lost his arms, is because of Sub-Zero. You know, they kept that to the lore of Mortal
So
Kombat.
yeah, that was going to be my question: is was that part of the actual story? Because I couldn't remember if he lost it before the tournament or if it was, or before he became part of Mortal Kombat world, or if it was during the time he was during the tournament and stuff.
Not like, it's kind of like a toss up because it's kind of like two different stories of it.
Okay.
It's a story of Sub-Zero blowing his arms off, and it's also a story of Ermac blowing his arms off.
Oh, really? Ermac.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's two stories to it.
Right.
So, and I'm okay with either one of them. If
Right. Yeah. You
life.
can't be mad at either one if they actually use what was really part of the lore. I mean, because it's all considered canon. So yeah.
Right. So it goes up, and then like it actually happens in the tournament. You know what I'm saying? Like when it actually happens inside the tournament. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't die, like in the show, in this movie, he doesn't die, but he get, new arms.
Right.
And it's not like how they made this movie to make his arms.
Oh, with the little skinny, talking about the little skinny arms, his strong hands.
Yeah, he became Groot. He was Groot. he is I Am Jax.
I Am Jax. Not I Am Jax.
The whole time I Am Jax. But yeah, that actually happens. So he actually get his arms blown off in some type of way.
Right.
In the actual canon of the game. Because it's not actually a comic book or anything. It's just the game.
Right, exactly. So
it actually happens.
So we now go and Cole finds Sonya Blade. He also finds Kano at Sonya's house.
Okay. Wait,
they all go
before you do that. So now Sonya Blade and Jax are special forces.
Right.
Of the government. And now the way they made it in this movie, they made it seem like they was like some hermits of the special forces. But in nationality, like, they have all the resources. They supposed to have all the resources.
Like in the original movie, right?
Exactly. Have all the resources they need to take down whatever is the Mortal Kombat. Well, not even what is the Mortal Kombat, to take down Kano, the Black Dragon. That is what they are after. And then they find Mortal Kombat. They are hunting Kano, the Black Dragon clan.
Got you. Okay.
That.
So in this they switched it around.
She's searching for miss a little bit.
Yeah, they flipped the whole thing. She just ran into Kano and
she captured him.
Right.
No, she don't capture Kano.
Yeah, I thought that was weird too, because I was like, that didn't seem like that was a thing, right?
No, it never has been and never should be. But in this universe, it is.
Right.
But I just have to say that, like, if they gonna do Jax and Sonya justice, make them the actual special forces. Give them all the tools and fuel. I mean, sure enough, they had the bunker, underground, back door, secret door, through this, and then here go all our secret stuff. But at the same time, make sense. Like, when did Kano get captured by Sonya?
Right, yeah.
Like, it's a lot of things they could have told us in this movie with no problem. Like, hey, yeah, we went on this mission. Me and Jax was there, and yeah, we caught him, and that's how Jax got his Arcana. And you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
It was a lot of missteps. Yeah. But that was just that. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I feel you.
I'm
I feel you.
angry about this movie.
So Sonia starts going over what she's discovered about the tournament, what she's discovered about Outworld, all the research she's done on her board, which always those boards are always so unrealistic to me. Like like who really does that? Nobody really does research like that and puts that shit all up on the walls everywhere. And maps it out with string, forming the little,
And that's look, not just even just that. So they mapped it all out. She was telling Cole about, Mortal Kombat been a thing for centuries, and it's been going on for this many years and that many years, and it even go back to different types of people. And then you show up, they show a picture of Nightwolf.
Exactly. I was going to point that out. I was like, so they show pictures of Nightwolf. There was a picture up there with Kotal Khan.
Kotal Khan. It wasn't a picture of him. It was like a bust of his.
Right, a bust of it. Yeah.
It was a statue bust.
Yeah, but and then there was some kind of tribute to Motaro up there.
Yeah, so, I'm like, okay, so the way the account work, if somebody dies, somebody else just take their account, right?
Right.
They take their tattoo or whatever. So, just saying, if I was just riding around and I ran a red light and so happened, Liu Kang was in the car.
Exactly.
And he died. And I hit him. Did I kill him?
Yes, you killed him. Now you get his arcana.
So do I have a superpower that I don't know nothing about?
You get a special superpower.
And I don't know nothing about. And
welcome to Mortal Kombat.
Sub-Zero is gonna come kill me.
Yeah, right. Now Sub-Zero has you on his list.
Yeah, right. Like
Gila says this is how the other characters come into play too. Like they all must just by mistake ran into the Arcana.
Yeah, right. Like that's a big plot hole in this movie. Like we don't need nobody to tell us what Mortal Kombat characters do. Mm-hmm. We know. We already know every Mortal Kombat, especially the main ones. We know what Liu Kang do. He gonna shoot some fireballs. He might do a bicycle kick. We know what Kung Lao gonna do.
So once again, I think what they were trying to do was trying to give us the people who don't know, because there's some people who don't. I mean, I knew because spent 30 years, but but for the people who don't know, because they're completely new to it. It gave them that viewpoint, like, okay, this is because it's new to them, and they're trying to explain where this all comes from, that kind of thing.
Okay, I got you right now. Okay, so question: why didn't they explain why didn't they explain why Groot can talk in Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah, they only partially explained it, right? I mean, what's the name? Rocket just said, "Hey, this is how he talks," and basically was translating for him.
They only said about Rocket that he was
able to translate
to be that. Mm-hmm. They never told you why.
Right. Yeah.
But we was okay with it. Nobody don't need to know these things that people already assume. They're like, oh, it's people with powers.
Well, yeah, exactly. That was my thing. Was I didn't think it was necessary to have this whole Arcana thing, or having to build up into it, right? Because
I feel like they wasted a lot of movie time and a lot of movie magic that they could have had explaining what everybody's power was,
right? Yeah,
what everybody's power could be,
or where it was coming from. Yeah, that's true. That part of it. Yeah, that part of it. I mean, I don't know if they felt like it wasn't either, not to say clear enough, but if it wasn't going to be accepted enough, even though, like you said, for people who play the game or for people who know that this is based on a game, they would have just made the assumption like these people just came with these powers, just come at the gate with them.
But that's the same thing of I say like 7 out of 10 people know who these people is. At least they know at least one of these characters.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so this Arcana thing, it didn't have to exist.
Mm-hmm.
They could have went without it. They could have did Mortal Kombat 95.
Right.
But,
yeah, where everybody just came with their powers. That's true. That's true.
And let's press on.
So,
God damn it.
so after we get to start talking to Kano, finding out he's very hilarious.
Oh man.
Reptile shows up to rain on a parade. So it was so funny because when I was watching it, I didn't realize it was Reptile. I just thought it was some monster that old boy sent. But then I did recognize the moves, or, like the invisibility. I recognized. Yeah. I just couldn't place who he was, but then find out, okay, it's definitely Reptile. When I was watching the recaps, Kano does his heart punch. Yes. I thought that was dope.
He snatches his heart out. Now
I like how subtle that move was, though.
Yeah.
I love that part of it. How it was like it wasn't something he was planning to really do. He just kind of did it. I like that part of it.
And I liked it. I liked it for the simple fact of that. Because when you play the game, and even if you do the actual fatality, it's a subtle thing. It's like, haha, bitch, and he just take you out your heart or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool like that.
Exactly. So, you're right, Keela. Yeah, I'm going to get to that later on. But yeah, that's exactly where I think this was all going, is that this is basically just a setup for the next movies. And that we're definitely going to see these characters come back. I'm definitely going to point out a couple of characters that I know are definitely coming back.
Oh yeah,
they're going to be about.
But like with the Reptile thing, I enjoyed the Reptile thing, but at the same time I hated it. I hated it more than I enjoyed it.
Really?
Because it's Mortal Kombat 95. I take it back to Mortal Kombat 95 because when you compare the reptiles, it's fine that the reptile they had in this new one was actually reptilian. It's fine. Because in the new iterations of Reptile, he has been more reptilian in his in the gameplay, right? But even when he goes invisible and everything, Reptile 95 did the exact same thing, but the fight scene wasn't the same. It became y'all trying to kill a monster in the room.
Right, yeah.
It was like an alien movie. You know? Exactly. It turned into an alien movie with it's just a monster in the room. It's 3 people there and we gotta kill it. Just kill it, please kill it.
Just kill it, exactly.
You know, it wasn't no Mortal Kombat.
It wasn't. That's the one thing. It wasn't a real Mortal Kombat fight, right? Yeah.
Right. If you take it back to Mortal Kombat 95, when they introduced Reptile, oh man, that fight scene is crazy. Yeah. Just pull up Mortal Kombat 95 Reptile fight Liu Kang fight scene. It's amazing.
Right.
Greatest thing ever. You know, high kicks, low kicks, high kicks. Oh my God, drop kicks. You know, punches, all types of shit happening in that this fight scene. So and then I mean, I did enjoy the aesthetic of it. Like he got acid dripping out his mouth.
Yeah.
You know, even the tongue lash.
Right. Yes, he got the tongue thing going. Yep.
You know, he got the tongue lash to pull somebody closer. You know, usually that's for a fatality to eat their head off. But you know, he not that. He a reptilian. He actually a monster.
Right.
He not reptile. He not the reptile that we know of.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I didn't recognize. I think that's another reason I didn't recognize what he was supposed to be at first. I was like, it was starting to formulate in my head as I was watching the thing go by, but it happened so fast. Kano killed him, and then we were off, to the desert as they were trying to find Raiden's lair.
The Raiden temple.
Raiden's temple, and then we meet Liu Kang. Liu Kang comes in, starts telling them, about the temple. They get to the temple, and we see the murals. I thought the murals were dope. Lots of Easter eggs there.
Murals dope, and all the artifacts. was
all the
crazy.
artifacts, because Kano ends up trying to steal the amulet of Chinook. We've seen that in other movies and in the game as well. So that was dope. That question is, did he steal it or not?
Did he steal it, or do he still? Or did he put it back,
or does he still have it? You're right.
That is a good. That is still a question that looms around everybody's head. I hope he still got it.
Yeah, I think he does. I think he still has it. I think after he dies, I think he's going to use that to get to be resurrected and to be more powerful in the next movie.
That's when he gonna get his medal out.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I think so too. I think that's gonna add to his arcana, because he didn't have the full arcana like we expected. We were thinking like, where's the rest of his stuff, right? You know.
Right. I mean, the laser eye is good enough. But I mean, to tell the truth, that is Kano's whole shtick.
Exactly.
The laser eye.
Yeah.
You know,
his heart and the heart punch.
Right.
Which he already had before he had Arcana.
You know, he can do other things, but you know, he got his big ass knife.
Oh right, yeah.
You know, he got his big ass knife, but you know, with Kano, he is all about the mischief and behind the scenes of things.
Right.
And he rather double cross instead of get crossed. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. As we found out in this movie.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, because we definitely seen that with, you know, after they had their first big fight with the Outworld champions. We got to see Natara, we got to see General Reiko, Cabal, Goro. You know, we got that first thing. Then we started the training, right? So they were going through the training.
Yeah.
And you know, one thing we did see too in the thing, I don't know if you noticed, as they were coming into Raiden's lair, was Katana's fans. Yeah, Katana's fan was there too.
So that raises a whole nother question, because you just don't have them fans. Is she dead? Is she
right? Dead? That's what I was wondering. Like, how does he have her fan? Like, what's going on there?
It's a whole new thing. So with this being a whole, because that's where I'm at now. This is a whole new thing. So since this is a whole new thing, did Katana die in one of the last Mortal Kombat?
But
for Raiden to have her fans?
Right, but to Keela's point, we know that we're going to see some of these people come back to life, even if they're dead.
Right.
Oh, maybe it's the baby. That would be crazy. Because I don't know what Katana's backstory is.
Her lineage is in Outworld. So it's not the baby. I'm sorry. Unless they're going to change it.
They could change it. They could. Keela might be on the sun. Keela, make sure you put a mental note on this and come back and tell us if you were right.
Like
when we see the sequel.
Her lineage is to Outworld.
Right.
And she was taken as a slave by Shao Kahn.
Right.
And that's how Molina came. Molina is a clone of Katana blood.
They better not. Did you see what Chevy said?
What?
That people want Gal Gadot to play Katana. They better not.
Really?
Bro, no, they better not. I would be so pissed. They better. Chevy, please tell me you joking. Please tell me you joking.
I ain't seen that. I
love Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. Anything else? No, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Especially not Katana. There's some
Katana. Though.
Say it again.
She'd be a pretty ass Katana. She'd be pretty.
No, I'm straight. No. That's a no. That's a no for me, dog.
I mean, but yeah, like
she a funny looking chick to me, and she too skinny. Like, nah, bro. I need a short. I need a short, thick Asian chick to play Katana. I'm sorry.
I'm down with that. Get Aquafina.
Bro, I would take Aquafina over. I'm trying to think of her name. It's another girl that's been doing a lot of different movies. Not another woman, excuse me. Another woman that's been doing a lot of different movies. I would think that she'll be a good Katana. I can't think of her name though right now.
But I don't at this point, I don't see Katana coming back, because they already didn't. I don't know what they doing, man.
Yeah.
Like, we in the middle of this. We're in the middle, literally talking about in the middle of this movie about Katana. Like, Katana lineage is she was kidnapped by Shao Kahn.
Right.
And that's how Molina was created.
Right.
She was a clone of Katana blood and Baraka's blood, like the Baraka people, the
Okay, got you. Yeah.
Cartatan people, and they mixed together, and that's why she got them weird ass teeth. You know, and that's why she like eat people's heads and shit, which we did not see in this movie. Which I wish she would have ate somebody's head.
Right.
Like, or bit somebody arm off or something.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting too. Is like for her to bite somebody, you know. But she didn't really serve much of a purpose. So yeah,
like in that whole, that's where this is where the movie gets kind of dicey for me. Is when all the champions meet Shang Tsung and his champions. You know,
right.
Like right in that hallway. And they talking like, yeah, we about to cheat. And the elder guy's too lazy to stop me. Well, first of all, this is not the Mortal Kombat that we know. You know, like,
right, exactly.
This is not that. You know, like, what is you talking about? Nobody don't supposed to cheat until Shao Kahn get here.
Right. Yeah, I'm feeling Gemma Chan. I like Gemma Chan.
I'm down with her.
I'll be definitely down with her as Katana.
Can she act? I really don't care about the act. I care about the acting, but I don't care about the acting.
Well, man, if they're gonna be talking about Gal Gadot, they got to pick somebody else. I already like Gemma Chan. Sindel, I'm trying to remember. See, now I'm drawing a blank on what Sindel looked like.
Sindel, she pale, got long hair, got the white stripe in the middle. She thick as hell too.
So, oh yeah. Oh man, we need a thick white girl for that one.
Things that can come up for this next movie. Hold on, let's finish this one.
Right, yeah.
We didn't start talking about the next movie. Wait a minute, chat. Time out. Time out. Shit. But no, like in the middle of this where it got kind of dicey with Raiden against Shang Tsung. With his champions and they champions, and it was angering to me just to see Sub-Zero cooperating with Shang Tsung.
I know, right? Yeah, that was weird.
That was never a thing.
Right.
Never a thing. You know, Sub-Zero or Bi-Han always entered the Mortal Kombat on his own behalf.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't that it was trying to take over this or take over this. He just wanted to win for the honor of his clan.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what he wanted to do. But in this movie, apparently he's one of Shang Tsung grunts. And Molina is also one of Shang Tsung grunts, which she don't supposed to come until her father come, which is Shao Kahn.
Shao Kahn, right, exactly. Which we're talking about, like Mortal Kombat 3.
Right. This is like a whole 3 tournaments after this.
Right.
Or 4.
Well, what do you think about the fact that they said that this was only number 10 and that this was the end of it? Like, I'm like, what?
Well, wait. So understand, that is the whole thing of Mortal Kombat. So the reason Mortal Kombat has been going on for centuries in the lore, right?
Right.
And for 9 decades, Earth Realm hasn't had anybody to defend Earth, right? Earth Realm.
Okay.
So they done lost all the tournaments until 10. Liu Kang is the chosen one, and he wins the 10th tournament, which stops out realm streak.
Right.
So they pissed. And that's when Shao Kahn comes and cheats to try to start winning. Because you only can win. The only way you can take over another realm, you got to win 10 straight. You can't win and then lose.
But is it 10 tournaments or 10 tournaments in 100 years or 10 tournaments in 1,000 years? Like I'm like, I don't understand how this has been going on forever, and they kept making it sound like this was literally only going into the 10th tournament. Now that's
the part that gets kind of, even with the game for me.
Really?
It get kind of weird.
Oh, it's okay.
You never know.
So maybe the time has nothing to do with our time. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, right. You never know the distance of time they doing this.
Okay, got you. Okay, all right. So this is not a movie faux pas. This is something that's a problem across the whole universe.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
like the times of the tournament,
is
ridiculous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Like,
okay, got you. All right, so
you don't know if it's 10 years or you don't know if it's 100 years. You don't know
exactly. Yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah, who knows? So out of Raiden's chamber, we see them do their training. They're trying to get their Arcana to come up. Kano gets his during dinner. We see Liu Kang and Kung Lao doing a training with everybody. I thought that was cool that Liu Kang was doing the low kick spam. That was funny.
Oh my God. The low kick spam was probably that's like my second favorite part of the movie. The low kick spam is
the fact that Kano did the jump move. Like when you just confused, you just start jumping.
Look, okay, so Liu Kang doing the low kick spam is my second favorite part of this movie. And my first favorite part is when Kung Lao first introduced.
Yes.
He pop up out the ground.
That was dope.
Hat. That is the best thing in the world. I hate it that he never used it again.
Yeah, he only used that move once, and then he did his fatality, and then he was dead.
Yeah, right. But yeah, like, so it went on like that. Like,
then we got the montage of all the training. We got the situation with the Outworld coming back again after they seduced Kano, convinced Kano to turn against Raiden and them.
Right.
So he burns through the magic or whatever. I didn't understand him burning through that little dragon piece, and then all of a sudden.
Okay, so apparently, like, this was stupid too. Apparently, Raiden don't have his staff at all times.
Right.
What? So Raiden puts his staff up, and that is the thing that's holding the magic, which that is also stupid because I thought Raiden was the person that
he controls his magic no matter where he's at.
Right. So apparently the staff holds the spell, and Kano broke the spell, and that started a whole thing, an onslaught of everybody getting attacked by all these basically named characters, real characters in the game.
Yep.
But they turned them all into just regular grunts.
Right.
And it was.
I mean, they was kicking butt though. I mean, once again, Cole got his ass kicked. Once again, they held down Liu Kang. Kung Lao was the only one that was doing something.
You're right.
Until
what I didn't like is Kung Lao. I mean, not Kung Lao, but Cabal.
Yeah, Cabal. Yeah, I was really disappointed in what they did to Cabal.
I didn't like the fact that he was there.
Oh, you didn't like the fact that he was there?
No, he don't supposed to even be there. Look, in the actual, if you want to talk about the first Mortal Kombat, that Earth Realm wins, Cabal was an actual police officer at this time.
Right.
He was a police officer. He didn't turn into Cabal until like the fourth or third tournament. He got set on fire by Kentaro, which is another four armed beast that breathes fire. and he set him on fire.
Right.
You know, and
oh yeah, so he's already in the iron lung suit, and he's talking like he was a criminal.
Yeah, like what? Like
exactly.
You've been doing this for no, you don't even supposed to know Kano. you don't even supposed to be part of the like they set this up with especially with them two characters, Kano and Cabal, because they was right-hand men at one time.
Right.
Because they was under the Black Dragon flag, you know? They was under the same flag. And they seen different ways and they separated. And Cabal became a mercenary and Kano just kept doing his own thing. Which is fine, but they made it seem like that we missed so much of the story, but y'all didn't tell us none of the story.
Right.
You know, like, oh yeah, I've known you for years. I've known this man for years. Like, oh wait.
Yeah, we definitely didn't understand how Kano and Cabal were related at all based on that interaction.
And if anything, that could have saved a lot of stuff. It's so many ways they could have saved so many things just with the relationship with certain characters.
Yeah.
You know, like the Kano and Cabal relationship, that could have worked.
To be honest, the one thing that I like that they didn't do, you know, like you said, they could have dropped a few extra tidbits about how these relationships work, or a few extra tidbits about how, like, even the whole situation with Scorpion getting the deal with Quan Chi. Is it Quan Chi?
Yeah, Quan Chi.
Yeah, Quan Chi. So, you know, things like that they can just say, right? They can just say it. You know, that'd be enough. The one thing I did like that they didn't do was they didn't do a bunch of flashbacks and trying to show what happened between these people. Because that's that DC formula that never works and it always sucks. So I was very happy that they didn't do that. So.
You saying that they did drop a line of who was it? When Liu Kang was talking to Cole and he said, "My old master, Bo Raicho."
Yeah, he did drop that line about that.
They do it. That's the problem I have with this movie. They doing it, but they not doing it.
Right.
You know,
they do it when it do it when it seems like, I guess it must be convenient to them, but it doesn't make sense. I mean, because even with that line, he drops about that character that doesn't show up for another 2 tournaments, right? So it's like we're kind of like all over the place, right?
Right,
all over the place.
But at the same time, Bo Raicho stayed in Raiden Temple. He was really? In the vicinity. He's somewhere.
Yeah. But the thing is he's like he's not there though, right? So we're talking about they're setting up relationships with people who are not showing up in this movie, but they haven't hemmed up the relationships of the people that are there.
Yeah,
so
right.
Understand what those are.
It's so many ways they could have made it better, and that's the problem I have with this movie.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I have a problem with this movie is that they give you this much. And then like, oh,
they got you exactly. So we finally get to see Kung Lao do his flawless victory on Natara. We see Goro go attack Cole's family. This is when we get the setup of Cole getting his Arcana, right?
That was so stupid.
Yeah,
I hate his powers.
Yeah, so you know, well, I mean, so far all the Arcana powers are coming from stupid places, right? You got Kano getting his from an argument, you know, being called names, so his Arcana pops out, and then now we have Cole. He gets upset because his family getting attacked. I can kind of understand that one. Like, okay, all of a sudden, I really need
I don't get his armor suit.
So Chevy asked this earlier too. What do you think Cole's power actually is? So what I think it is, and what it does represent, what I did realize it represents, you know, on the sequence when we saw the flashback that he had when he walked into the Raiden's temple, he had that flashback or not flashback, but it was more of a vision of the roped kunai, and it was stuck or it was standing up, and it got the braiding went around the handle, right?
Yeah.
That same braiding is what went around his body from the bracelet that his daughter gave him, right? So and that bracelet had the same black and yellow coloring from that same. Why is everybody calling me? Like, I don't know why people think they know I'm doing a whole show and they're calling me. So anyway, so it's popping out of the daughter's bracelet, which is also black and yellow, the color of Scorpion's uniform. So that braiding becomes his armor basically, and it has the same kind of properties to absorb energy, right? Where it can absorb energy and he can give that energy back, kind of like Black Panther, right? So which at first he didn't understand and he was getting beat down, and then all of a sudden he realized what it was doing, and his daughter had to tell him to use the uppercut. Use the uppercut on Goro, and then
that whole fight pissed me off.
You didn't like the fight?
Because I'm not mad that he beat Goro. I'm just mad at the fact that everybody used a special move. Goro just not big with 4 arms. He got special moves. Why he didn't shoot a fireball? He got a fireball.
All right. I forgot about that.
Why he couldn't use a fireball? They just let Goro die.
Right.
Like, really? and cold power, I feel like, I mean, it's stupid that he just get, maybe it manifests different for when he get better with it. You know, maybe it don't always manifest as a body of armor. Maybe it like because he was able to get the tonfas, you know.
Exactly.
You know, maybe it could manifest an actual long spear, you know, or maybe it manifest some nunchucks, or you know, maybe it don't have to be a body armor. Maybe he could get a helmet. You know?
I would like a helmet because I'm like, your whole body's covered, but your head isn't. And you're going against a guy with 4 arms who likes to smash people's heads. Like, I don't know.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I'm just thinking out loud.
Right. You know, like.
So yeah, I thought the armor was needed, necessary. It kind of made me think about was like, he's an MMA fighter, right? Got to have body protection. He's got, you know what I mean? And then I like that. It gave the power back. Like whatever he got hit with, he could, you know, return that kinetic energy back. I like the weapons that he could form. Like you said, I think that, you know, he'll be able to eventually form newer weapons or different weapons rather as he learns his powers. So I'm looking forward to that as well. So and then he used what did you call them? The
tonfas.
The tonfas. He used those to cut Goro up. And
didn't like that.
Which
I didn't like how easy it was.
Yeah, that part I thought was a little weird. It was so easy, but I was like, I also like, you know what? You catch Goro off guard, you can't kind of take him out, you know.
Well, yeah, I mean, and then that's a whole nother plot into Mortal Kombat. Like, if this is gonna be the 10th tournament for Mortal Kombat coming up, even though they've been talking about Mortal Kombat tournament, the whole movie. The next tournament is coming up. Goro is the champion of Mortal Kombat. How y'all gonna kill the champion in Mortal Kombat in the street?
Right, in the streets. In these streets.
Right. Like, really?
Yeah.
Really? Like, for real? Like, this is what we doing? Like, come on, man.
They're gonna come back. Like, they're gonna come back. Don't worry, they're gonna come back.
but now, okay, hold on, let's before I get to that part.
So we see him do his thing. They come back, or they come back to where Sonya has been smashed up, and Jax uses his arms to try to pick up the rock. It, you know, doesn't work, and all of a sudden he gets his Arcana, turns into the big arm. Yeah, so
that was lame.
Which again, right, it was kind of cheesy. I thought that was very cheesy. It was I feel like he should have got it during a fight. Like, he really should have been getting beat down, and his arms should have just been like, you know what, I really need these arms to be stronger, and then they just come out of nowhere. That
like it happened, like when it happened in Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Yeah.
That's
So
exactly
definitely.
how it happened in Mortal Kombat tonight. Like, he was like, no, I don't need these. Yeah, I'm Jax. Rah, he did he did that, and then he started whooping the Motaro ass.
Right.
You know, like, I would
Yeah,
have
no
went
doubt.
better with
I felt
that.
like that should have been a better introduction to his arms.
Yeah.
So then we go back to them, deciding, okay, you know what, we gotta escape because they don't kill Kung Lao.
Oh
What's
my
the name
God!
of?
Wait a minute. Before you even talk about killing Kung Lao, how dare they not save Kung Lao?
I know, right? I thought that was
So,
weird.
so Liu Kang. Okay, it's one thing that Liu Kang is not the main character no more. He's not the chosen one no more.
Yeah.
Liu Kang has been the chosen Mortal Kombat character for 20 plus years.
Right.
And now he's not. And he just let his so-called brother in this movie die. He didn't. I was expecting him to do a dragon kick.
Right.
I was expecting dragon kick or something.
Break it up. Break this up or something.
Yeah, like save Kung Lao.
Right. At
Take
all
somebody
costs.
else so like Sonia. like somebody else. Don't take Kung
Exactly.
Lao. Like what?
They really needed Kung Lao. He's the only one who could fight.
Right. Like, really?
Yeah.
I mean, at the same time, he the only one that fought, that tried to fight Shang Tsung, but at the same time, like, Shang Tsung didn't have a lot of weight to him for real.
Right.
He was just a mystic sorcerer.
Yeah, basically just an elevated boss character. He was just waiting on
like
everybody else
you
to
can't
finish
touch me.
fighting. Like now that y'all are all tired, come fight me.
Yeah, right.
I actually did not like Shang Tsung. Like the actor, I just felt like it was way too forced. It was way too cheesy. Everything he was saying sounded cheesy. I just was like not feeling that character at all. Like I remember Shang Tsung in MK95, and it was perfect. At least in my mind at that time, it felt perfect.
He was so gangster, big ass leather trench coat with the collar flipped up and shit.
Yeah, this Gandalf character was not. I was not feeling. I was not feeling. I'm like, bro, what's this? What is he doing? Work. This is not Harry Potter, bro.
Then they had a pause moment. He about to suck your soul. Come on, bro. That was such a pause moment. Pause.
Exactly. I'm gonna need you to say pause, Shang Tsung.
like, come on, man. Like, what? But yeah, so we got to that moment when everybody is losing.
Split up. Let's split up.
Yeah, right. And so Raiden just get everybody back. Like, oh, come with me. And he put him in the void.
Right.
That Shang Tsung cannot get to. Which, why they didn't go there in the first place to train?
Why didn't y'all train in the void?
think a lot of problems would have been missed right there.
Exactly. Exactly. They still have Kano on it. They still have Kano on their side. They still have everybody alive.
I mean, Kung Lao wouldn't have died.
Exactly.
Everybody would have known their Arcana by now,
Exactly.
But they go to the void, and then, before this, Raiden went through his spiel of elder guys can't interfere with this, elder guys can't interfere with that. But at the same time, you stop them from fighting, and then you just save their life. Seems like you interfering with a lot of things.
Exactly. You're doing all the interfering because you can't interfere.
Right. So as they go into the void, they like, well, I can send you to where you want to go fight to, because we lose in the tournament, the world is done.
Right.
So he sends Jax to go fight the general. And they go they actually go to the actual pit stage.
Yeah, they go to the pit stage.
You know, actually, every character except I think the only one that didn't go to an actual stage was it wasn't Molina. It's one character that didn't go to an actual
Sonia.
stage.
Sonia went to her camper.
Oh yeah, right. Sonya went to her camper. And then Liu Kang went to the that's when he used the dragon shit, right?
Yeah.
But everybody went to an actual stage except Sonya. Mm-hmm. Everybody actually went to a stage with in game. If it was in game, it had a stage fatality.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't use it.
Yeah.
How are you on the pit stage? The main pitch stage. Everybody know this stage. You uppercut somebody, they fly in the air.
Right. And they come down right on top of the spikes.
How you gonna finish that stage with Jax just doing his regular fatality of the hand clap?
The hand clap. Mm-hmm. Another missed opportunity.
That's the problem with this movie. They get you so excited. And then they're like, yeah, no, we gonna play that.
You're not allowed to have that.
Maybe
they'll give us a pit fatality in the next movie. Maybe.
Maybe. Well, it is renditions of different pits, but that was the original, right?
Right.
You know. So, yeah. but after they go through all that, and we get to the final fight.
Yep.
Which technically don't make no sense to me, because why is they fighting in a frozen cage fight arena?
Right.
But it is a dope fight to a certain extent. So we got Sub-Zero versus Scorpion, finally. Right. Like in live action. Everybody been waiting on this. Sub-Zero versus Scorpion. We even get the spear, and to get over here. We get everything.
Yeah.
We get things from the actual game. We get the grab to the frozen wall.
Right.
To the frozen wall.
Through the wall, yep.
We get all this. But
you're like, but
my whole problem with it is Scorpion never had a problem beating Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
He didn't need help.
Yeah, he never needed help before until now.
Why Cole Young is so trash is because the whole time he trying to break his family members, his daughter and girlfriend or wife or whatever, out of ice with his little tonfas.
Right.
His little forks. He just chopping away. He just
right.
It was they could have did way better with that.
Yeah.
So much better. It was fun to watch.
I really enjoyed that fight because, like you said, it was the fight we had been waiting for. We had got the hype up in the trailer, and so I was waiting on to get over here. I was waiting on the fire breath. I was waiting on the freeze walls. I was waiting. There was one move he didn't use that Sub-Zero didn't use. I can't think of what it is now, but it was one he didn't use. Doesn't he do a through the floor move too? Through the puddle?
Oh, you talking about Sub-Zero and Scorpion?
Sub-Zero.
No, he got one, but he really don't use. He should have. The one that he probably should have used was the slide.
The slide, yeah. I think that's what I'm thinking about. The slide.
So there's the slide.
A couple moves he didn't do, but for the most part, the fight. Yeah, the fight I thought was well choreographed once again. I thought the fight was, I didn't like that their uniforms looked too big.
Oh my God. The whoever made their uniforms or their costumes or whatnot, that was horrible. That wasn't great.
Yeah.
Because when I watched Mortal Kombat 95, you get the same feeling
as the game,
with less things.
Yes.
They could have did spandex with some styrofoam fixed over it and put some shoulder pads on them, and with the mask.
Yep.
And it would have been done. But I love the everything about that last fight. But when you understand who them two people that was fighting is,
right,
I don't like the fight. You know, because we got the guy that's Hanzo. He Kenji. He was Kenji in Rush Hour, right? And then we got dog. What's his name? Hold wait, I'm about to pull it up. I know his damn name. What's his name? I pulled it up.
Joe Taslim.
Yeah, Joe. He was in the raid, bro.
Oh yeah, he was in the raid. Yep.
I mean, he died, but he had one of the most epic scenes in the raid.
Right.
We got both of these two people, martial arts experts.
Yep.
And this is much as y'all gonna give us. It was a lot of rolling. Not enough fist of cups. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was too many special effects and a lot of rolling.
Yeah.
With what them two people can accomplish and have accomplished in movies of fight scenes and choreograph.
What they had just done at the beginning of the movie.
Exactly. And then y'all gonna give us this?
Yeah.
That's why I don't that fight.
I think they were relying too heavily on trying to recreate, you know, some of the special moves. They were trying so hard to do all these special moves. That's what
I think whoever went into the director seat for this, they was relying on the gimmick of everybody want to see Mortal Kombat, like the fatalities,
right? And
you know, the special moves. But in reality, Mortal Kombat has an amazing storyline.
Mm-hmm.
You know, an amazing character. Every character got great character. Like, you can make a movie out of pretty much most of these characters. Literally, this whole movie could have been just about Hanzo and Bihan and their revenge, and the end of the movie could have been the start of the first Mortal Kombat.
Right.
You know,
people would have been happy with it because I mean, if they'd have kept up what they did in that first scene with that kind of action, that kind of karate action, it would have been amazing. It would have been an amazing movie.
Yeah, like, I mean, I would have been okay with them jumping in and out of storylines and developing more of the, like, I would have been okay with if they would have developed more of the Cole Young character. Even though that he's a new character, he's never been in the Mortal Kombat, he's a brand new character. This is a brand new character, right? And they would have been jumping in and out of storylines and how they could have showed Hanzo going through the depths of hell and how he could have got to the, you know, the agreement with Quan Chi and everything, and understanding what Cole Young was and who Sonya Blade was and Jax was, even though we actually know who they are, but they could have developed them people again and redevelop why did Bihan become Sub-Zero and join Shang Tsung. You know, if they would have developed them characters more in this whole story, and then at the end of it, they like, we are going to the tournament.
Right.
You know, because at the end of it, they like, I'm looking like, where the tournament at?
and you know, I think I picked up midway through that this was not going to be the tournament. Like as I'm seeing them, not having their special powers, 2, not even understanding what Mortal Kombat is, and then 3, them having to go through this training. I'm like, yeah, we're not getting a tournament in this movie. And if they do, it'll be way too fast. Like it'll just be too much all at once. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of picked that up at that point. I mean, I had kind of heard through some of the trailer reviews and stuff like that, where they were saying like, you know, we don't believe we're going to see the full tournament. So at first I thought they just meant like we're not going to see the actual end of the tournament, but we didn't see even the beginning of it, right? So it was definitely shocking that we didn't see any of this start, but we did. But I think they kind of set us up to understand that this is pre-tournament. We're working our way that way. But like you said, there was so much happening with so many people dying that should be in the tournament and that kind of thing. But I think after we saw Scorpion do his fatality on Sub-Zero, he burns him up. He even showed the little skeleton in his face.
Yeah.
And then
Behind should have been the skeleton.
Yeah,
they
right.
They dropped the ball.
They didn't even get him all the way down to a skeleton. So, but he was ashes or partially ashes. And then Shao Kahn tells them death is just a gateway to another realm. So it was obvious that they're setting up that in the sequel that they're going to be bringing all of these dead characters back,
right?
Just either in different forms, because we're going to get Sub-Zero instead of Behind. He's not going to be Noob Sabat.
Yeah, he's going to be Noob Sabat, and we probably going to get his younger brother as Sub-Zero.
Yeah. So we're going to see a lot of changes when it comes to the characters, new costumes, of course, new characters coming in as well in the sequel. And then what everybody was looking for was like, what happened to Johnny Cage, right? And so in the post-credit scene, we saw Cole tell the gym manager that he wasn't going to be doing $200 fights anymore. Like, why were you
going to Hollywood?
And that he's going to Hollywood, and we all know where Johnny Cage is, right in Hollywood.
In Hollywood. So Cole Young is going to recruit Johnny Cage. Now, who's going to play Johnny Cage?
Somebody said that they're pushing to get the Miz from the WWE to play Johnny Cage.
They are, and
which I thought is actually probably a good fit.
I don't have no problem with that, but they also been hyping up goddamn Ryan Reynolds, Pikachu, Deadpool himself.
Really?
Pikachu. Goddamn it.
You said not Pikachu.
Pikachu. Yeah, he Pikachu.
So I think the Miz will be a good choice.
I wouldn't have a problem with the Miz. I think if they get Ryan Reynolds, that's gonna be a bad choice.
Yeah,
because he gonna out-act everybody.
Yeah, I mean that's problem number one. The acting in this movie was so subpar. We really didn't get any acting out of the top two players, right? We got only action from them, so that we couldn't even count that. But everybody else, it was the acting was terrible.
I wasn't expecting a crazy acting thing for this movie. But
yeah, I mean, to be honest, MK95 didn't have top-notch acting either.
No,
right?
It didn't, but it kept you. The story kept you there.
Exactly.
That was it. It was just the story. It draw you to the story. If you got a good story and people play their part, you don't have to have the greatest actor. Now, sure enough, they have better actors. That movie would have been even way better.
Yeah, true that.
I mean, it would have been great. It's an okay movie. Mortal Kombat 95 is an okay movie. Especially for the time and what it was doing. From the fight standpoint, from the story standpoint, all the way up to where it got to.
Right.
It was okay. Well, I gotta say, the fighting was way higher because they were doing high kicks, low kicks, high kicks. It was crazy. Because I just watched that shit the other day. I just watched the fight scenes the other day just because. Right. But yeah, just with that, if they had better actors, and sure enough, I can't remember the guy's name that played Shang Tsung in that.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
He technically outacted everybody with 3 lines.
Yes.
Your soul is mine. He stole everybody. Like, he beat everybody.
Right.
Even with him announcing finish him. That's another thing that I like about this damn movie.
Oh, Kerry Tagawa. That was his name.
He too old to be Shang Tsung now, but
yeah.
I mean, but technically he's not. If you want to talk about Shang Tsung, if he gets older, if he loses souls, he becomes his regular body.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So
he still plays the voice of Shang Tsung.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
He actually is mocapped into the new game as him.
Oh, really?
Yes. And Mortal Kombat 11, it's 95 Shang Tsung.
Nice, nice.
So if you get Mortal Kombat 11 and you buy the Shang Tsung character, he is Mortal Kombat 95 Shang Tsung.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
And he do all the shit that your soul is mine. He do all that shit. Like, and it's amazing. Like, and that's one of the great things about the old movie is that they capture the actual Mortal Kombat tournament
spirit. Yeah, exactly.
That is the whole reason is for a Mortal Kombat movie is that we want to see the tournament. All the games is about the tournament.
Yeah. So overall, I think that their idea is that they want this to be a Mortal Kombat universe, right? This whole Mortal Kombat cinematic universe. They want to start this whole thing of making these Mortal Kombat movies, sequels rather, as well as they're going to probably do a couple of solo movies and that kind of thing, or spin-off movies. So you know, from a setup point of view, I think they definitely forced the whole setup, right? They forced the whole sequel setup. It felt very forced, you know what I'm saying? Because we understood that we should, or at least we expected to see a tournament, didn't get the tournament, and they just made it like, oh, we're building up to that. This is the whole pre-tournament,
right?
You know, so they forced a sequel on us. Didn't really do a great job of like cliffhangering us towards the sequel. Exactly. They killed everybody off, right? So it's like, you know, a bunch of people are dead. We're wondering how they're going to bring these people back. Yeah, exactly. So it's like we're thinking like, how are they going to bring these people back? But we do get the line from Shang Tsung saying it's just a portal to another realm. So you know, so we know they're going to bring some of these folks back, and you know, so it's like we just got to kind of see what happens. What I want to see in a sequel is I want to definitely see the action be more martial arts like. You know. Yes. You know, I like seeing the signature moves, but it's not necessary to push the actual martial arts to the side,
exactly,
and lose that versus just trying to force these special moves in.
Now, see what? Now, a lot of people didn't notice is okay. So when Kung Lao was fighting Cole. Mm-hmm. He was doing all his he was doing his actual moves that he would do in the game.
Right.
You know, he was actually martial art and he was doing all the shit. So when they actually got into a real fight, why didn't that translate to all the other characters? Like, because he was doing everything that he would actually do in the game.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Because so I was the whole time I was looking like where the actual, and then I seen Kung Lao doing when he was just sparring with Cole, and then it didn't. Then after that, it never showed up again.
Right.
I'm like, what happened? I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. It was a lot of things like that, like just turned me off. I'm like, come on, man. Like every time I got excited about something, they took it back. Every time. They're like,
they put it out there. Was like,
you want some ice cream? You want some ice cream? And then they slammed the door in my face.
No doubt. So I also definitely want to see better special effects in terms of their costumes as well as the CGI characters. You know, Goro really disappointed me because in terms of the CGI because it was overly CGI'd, right? There was too much. It looked like claymation, bro. It was terrible to me in that regard.
Well, at the same time, yes, and then no. You know, I say yes and no because I feel like they got the inspiration right.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't get the look too much right. You know what I'm saying?
That's my problem with it.
I feel like they did that with everybody. Well, I'm not gonna say with everybody. They did that. Like, I mean,
Kung Lao looked great because he was just in his costume.
Yes.
Liu Kang was fine. He really didn't really have much going on.
Shang Tsung sucked.
Yeah, right.
I
Jack
don't know what was up with that ponytail up there.
Well, we skipped right over this one. This was another problem I had with the movie that I don't want to see happen again. Sonia Blade, she fights Kano. She kills Kano, right? They go through that whole thing. That fight I thought was stupid because she just all of a sudden can just kill Kano. I didn't understand that.
Yeah, that was it.
But after she kills Kano, she gets the mark, and then immediately she jumps through the portal and she already has her Arcana. What?
Yeah, how? That was weird.
How, bro? Everybody else is struggling. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't know.
She gets her Arcana as soon as she walks through the door and she's shooting fire. She already knows how to shoot fireballs or whatever that was.
Yeah,
or not fireballs, pulse beams. She's already shooting pulse beams, looking like she's got the 10 rings from MCU.
Like when I get into my Mortal Kombat thing or whatever, like that was the rings was actually from like something the government created for her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that was a special forces thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't like a superpower. Like her superpower was actually being able to jump and doing all that other shit.
Right.
But the ring shit was like a special forces thing. Like that wasn't like a superpower or whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah. She just came through the thing all ready to go. And I'm like, how, bro? How? Where did this come from? Like, man. So, these inconsistencies, just throw things off, really bad. I did enjoy Liu Kang getting his bicycle kick off, doing his dragon fatality. I did enjoy that.
Yeah, dragon fatality was great.
Yeah, Molina's whole situation was stupid, like you said, because they just killed her off for no reason.
She had 3 sets of teeth.
Yeah.
She had human teeth. Then the next time you seen her teeth, it was like kind of distorted teeth, but they were still kind of humanized. Mm-hmm. And then the third teeth was actually Curtain teeth at the end. Like what? Where was her mask? Like you
she never had the mask on.
Like you're not gonna have a mask on, make her look disgusting.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the whole point of her.
Mm-hmm.
Make her look like a Tarkatan.
She finally kind of opened her mouth at one part, but it was just not enough. That
was at the end. That was when she had the cotton teeth, the pointy teeth, and then she died. She
died. Yeah, never got a chance to use them. So yeah. So I think in the sequels, I definitely want to see them do a better job at the special effects, a better job at making things more consistent. And like you said, don't sacrifice martial arts, technical martial arts for just trying to force in fatality moves and stuff like that.
CGI shit, and I want people to understand. Like, I do hate this movie, but I don't hate it to the point of not liking Mortal Kombat. I hate it to the point of somebody just took Mortal Kombat. They took the characters, the stages, and the name, and put a whole nother story on it.
Yeah.
And not even just that, they showed us a trailer.
Yeah.
Of something totally different.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah.
And we didn't get none of what we were supposed to get. In story-wise, we got all the CGI shit they showed us.
Right, exactly.
But in story-wise, they told us it was a tournament coming.
Well, tournament's still coming.
well, yeah. To be continued.
To be continued.
God damn it, but
to be continued. So, like I said, by the end of it, I felt like it was a 7. You gave it a 5. Not the best movie, not what we expected, but we're gonna have to wait for the sequels to see where that takes us, see what that does.
The only reason I would watch the sequel is because Noob Sabat gonna be in it.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, I gotta see Noob Sabat. That's for sure. Definitely gotta. They better do them right. They better do the new style Noob Sabat. It better be dark. It better be.
They better have the oil slick, mimic man, everything.
Everything.
They better have all that. He better drag somebody down into the ground. Everything. If they gonna CGI some shit, they better CGI somebody getting pulled into the ground by the oil slick.
Right. At the beginning, they're definitely going to tell us more about the Nether Realm. They need to definitely touch on that for like 5-10 minutes straight.
Especially if they talk about it's gonna be 4 movies.
Yeah.
They gotta talk about the Nether Realm. They gotta talk more about the outer realm, and they gotta talk about the other characters in the Earth Realm, like Nightwolf. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
all the ones they apparently are trying to leave out, right?
Right. They gotta talk about all these characters. They gotta talk about Katana. They gotta talk about Kodo Khan. They got to talk about Shinnok because they showed his amulet. They got to talk about Quan Chi because that's the reason why Scorpion, Hanzo is Scorpion. They got to talk about so many characters, and obviously Johnny Cage's supposed to be in there, so he's supposed to do his thing.
Right.
And they got to people got to understand why they gonna see a new Sub-Zero because they got to see.
They definitely got to explain that. Yeah, they definitely got to.
His younger brother got to come. If Noob Sabat gonna be there,
right,
it's only right because in the new game,
I can see them messing that up, bro. I can see them messing that up,
man. In the new game,
make sure we watch a replay of this. Mark my words, they're gonna mess that up. I promise you, they're gonna mess that up. They're gonna mess that up, bro.
They got to because even in Mortal Kombat 11, if you play with Noob Sabat and somebody has Sub-Zero, they talk to each other like they are brothers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
they're gonna mess it up.
I be trying to have hope. You know what I'm saying?
But let me take your hope away.
Yeah, right. Let me take your hope. Oh my God.
Tell them where they can find you at, Clark.
I'm DC the Dude on Instagram. Come follow me and check out my life. That's pretty much what it is. But I'm on Twitch right now, ClarkNoved on Twitch. I just started Days Gone early today. So y'all can go and check out my stream from earlier today. It was crazy. It was probably like 2.5 hours of Days Gone, killing zombies and running around and yelling and screaming. That's what I've been doing.
Is that still the first version of Days, or is that a second version?
No, it's first version.
Okay.
Days Gone. It's really fun. I'm at the beginning of the game. I'm really just gearing up on my zombie thing because next month Resident Evil 8 come out.
Oh, okay.
And I will be streaming that. So, but right now I'm playing Days Gone. Come check out my stream. I'm gonna try to stream tomorrow, and it's probably gonna be a long stream because I ain't got nothing else to do tomorrow.
I know it's Friday. You off work? You don't got nothing to do?
I ain't got nothing to do. Play the game, baby.
Play the game. I'll be catching up on Invincible. Apparently, I have to watch that quickly.
How many episodes you in?
Actually, I haven't started. I gotta start it. So I guess 7 episodes I gotta jump into. I actually just started The Boys. I'm on episode 3 of The Boys.
You just started? Oh my God.
You just started
that too.
Yeah. Oh, believe me, I'm already into that. Oh my God. The Boys is crazy. I also just started Shadow and Bone on Netflix. It's a show on Netflix. It's the #1 show on Netflix right now. There's mystical things involved. They're on a ship. They're heading somewhere. I don't even know what's going on at this point. It's crazy though. It's a crazy show. It kind of reminds me of The Nevers, which is on HBO Max. So it's got the kind of the same kind of timelines and style.
Is
so
it like kind of darky? It seems
yeah, it's
like
kind of dark.
because I feel like I've seen the
preview,
like the title card.
Oh, the title card, yeah.
Dark.
Yeah, so it's definitely worth a look. It seems interesting. So anything with that seems like it's got a little backstory, some lore to it. I'm with it, that kind of thing.
Right.
And then in about what is it? Oh no, actually tomorrow as well. What's his name? Michael B. Jordan. No Remorse starts as well tomorrow.
Does it?
Yes.
The Tom Clancy thing?
The Tom Clancy No Remorse, yes. So that's on Prime as well. That's on Prime.
Man,
so,
they've been sucking the juice out that name
for exactly
years, man. I've been playing Tom Clancy games since 2003.
Right, exactly. So now he's got this is like the second movie, I believe, or the third movie.
Probably
not movie TV. This is gonna be a TV show, but yeah, I think this is gonna be the third project. So they're starting to get that multimedia money.
He got like 40 games out here.
Exactly. So while I go catch up on that, make sure y'all go check me out. I'm over at It's Your Boy Willie Stylez in the building. Check me out on IG, Twitter, TikTok. I'm Willie.Stylez over on Snapchat. I actually posted yesterday. I posted 5 pictures on Snapchat. Posted a couple pics, personal pics over on Instagram and Facebook as well. But that's where you actually get pictures of me that I don't post anywhere else over on Snapchat when I rarely post. So check me out over there. StylesRadio.com. That's the show that's normally on right now. The Stylez Radio Takeover. But you'll catch me in 2 weeks because next week will be the fans' perspective. The week after that, you'll catch me on the Stylez Radio Takeover, hot tracks, all the great music. I'll be talking through it. And then Willie Stylez info for all my links. Clark, appreciate you, brother.
Hey, man, I appreciate you for having me on and wanting me on, man.
Yes, great sir. Yes, sir. Always. We'll have to do this again on another movie. We got to pick another big movie, and we'll do this again.
Man, I don't know which one it's going to be that I got this many feelings about,
but no doubt. I know we got to find something that you're passionate about.
Hey, look, we find something, I'm down with it, whatever, but I appreciate you for having me, and, I always enjoy, you and Chevy getting together, and I'm kind of sad because I got to wait until Loki.
I know, man. I'm sad too, bro. I'm sad too because I'm like, man, we gotta wait all the way until June for that. But you didn't know when we were talking about this last night. That's not the only show that's coming out. We're also expecting What If this summer.
Oh snaps!
Marvel's What If is coming this summer.
It's coming I thought it was coming at the end of the year.
I thought so too. I read a couple of timelines and they both said summer. So I mean, it might change. We never know. But I'm excited because I'm like, man, I've been waiting on What If forever, man. I've been waiting on What If.
Oh man.
It's animated, so they can do whatever they want with it. We're gonna see all kinds of alternate timelines. What is that?
A little Captain Marvel statue.
Oh, okay. Dope. Man, I gotta show off some of my stuff. I got my whole Iron Man collection back there on the shelf. Oh, there you go, Iron Man.
That was from it's actually 4 of them. It's from the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I got the big box. So it's Chun-Li fighting Captain Marvel and Iron Man fighting Mega Man.
Oh, nice.
Let me get
That's perfect.
Let me see if I can get it. Because Chun-Li versus Captain Marvel was lost. But...
Right. Hold on, I gotta zoom in on that. Oh, dope.
Yeah, that's how I set up. Yep, that's how I set up.
Nice. I'm with it. Well, appreciate you again, brother. Actually, stay on. Don't drop off yet.
All right.
And for the rest of y'all, thanks again for checking us out. Appreciate the comments.
Man, appreciate it. Peace.
Hey guys, it's your girl Sunny D, 1/3 of the podcast GFT Radio Show.
What up, though? It's your boy Willie Stylez from the GFT Radio Show. just letting you know you can catch us every Monday night, 10 p.m. Eastern.
And to get some merch, I got some on right now. Go to teesprings.com/stores/GFT Radio.
Grown Folk Talk Radio. Join the conversation. Let's have some fun. Holla.